So many guys think that if they just got more attractive, all of their dating problems will be solved. Now, what if I told you that's actually not the case? As a coach, I've worked with objectively handsome guys who are still not happy with their dating lives. Fun fact, I used to be one of them. So today I want to break down from my client's experience alongside with my own personal experience as to why handsome men still struggle with women and how you can fix it. So just to prove that this is actually a real problem, I'm gonna read you an email that was sent to me by another handsome individual. And here's what he said. He said, I often watch your videos on YouTube and I like your content. I write you today because I'm really lost with women and I honestly don't know who to turn to. On dating apps, I have no matches and like only from very ugly women, not beyond a 4 out of 10 trans or fake account. Even in real life, it's the same. All men around me often say, you're handsome, it must be easy for you to get women, but that's the problem. Only men say this, and for women, it's generally the opposite. They often say, I don't like him too much, or he's not my type. They don't say that in front of me, of course, but this is the return I have indirectly. Not to mention the fact that they never compliment me, and like on dating apps, I have eye contact only from very ugly women. From 4 out of 10, they literally don't see me. I am invisible. How is this possible? Why does it seem easy for guys around me, but so difficult for me? Even just average guys have more attention from women compared to me. What is wrong with me? I put screenshots of my actual Tinder account so that you can confirm from your own opinion. So yeah, guys, believe it or not, this is a real problem. And I actually took a look at some of his pictures and he was objectively handsome. The guy was at least a 7 out of 10. Now, reading that email really took me back to my own personal experiences to where I literally felt the same exact way. Now, from the dating app perspective, he did have artificial intelligence pictures. However, when it comes to, the attention that he was getting in real life or maybe the lack of results, it comes down to first the external factors in which we're going to discuss. So you guys probably heard of somebody, his name is Jeremy Meeks, aka Prison Bae. He went viral like in 2014 for his mugshot of being fairly attractive. However, I always say, Jeremy Meeks didn't randomly become a handsome guy. He's always been attractive most of his life. So how come at that particular time versus most of his life, he wasn't dating, billionaires, he wasn't getting modeling contracts? Why is that? And it simply comes down to exposure. That mugshot alone gave Jeremy Meeks enough exposure, and through that exposure, opportunities started getting presented more to him. So the first issue, and likely the first external factor in terms of why handsome men struggle with women, is because simply you do not have enough exposure. I always say this, you need to be on at least 3 marketing platforms, minimum 3. Online dating, in real life, and social media. Online dating is going to be primarily Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, Instagram. Obviously, that's your social media. Instagram is pretty much the main one. And then outside of that, you need to be living a social life of abundance, actually presenting your handsome face out there. You know what's crazy? The fact that you are handsome shows that you have so much more leverage versus the average guy. Now, in that particular email, once again, that guy was using AI pictures that obviously looked fake. So I can assume why he was not getting the results that he wanted. But alongside with that, he only sent me his Tinder account. He's only on Tinder. Guys, there's so many dating apps out there, and I work with clients where they get amazing results on Hinge, but they get horrible results on Tinder. They get amazing results on Bumble, but they get horrible results on Hinge. That is why if we put ourselves out there on multiple platforms, we can see what actually works best for us. And if you are a handsome guy, you should absolutely be online dating. But there's a right way to approach it, and we're gonna get into that. Not only that, with social media, the algorithm favors attractive people. So now you have even more leverage. Imagine you creating content. It could be posting pictures, it can be creating reels, whatever it is. The handsome, more attractive guy is gonna get more reach naturally, more engagement naturally, because he is just easy on the eyes versus an average unattractive person. That is the harsh reality of just social media in general. So that's why you should definitely be on all those platforms and posting consistently, not with AI pictures once again. But not only that, you wanna be sure you post portrait style pictures. A portrait style picture is literally anything that's just fairly close up, that pretty much just shows the body and your face. We don't need those crazy wide angle scenic pictures, you in nice environments. No, because the environment isn't the importance here. It's more so you. You are the leverage. Your face, your sex appeal, your looks, your style. all of that combined. Now, the next issue in terms of external factors and why handsome men struggle with women specifically online is because low effort. Just because people have told you that you're handsome, just because you know that you're handsome, doesn't mean you should put in lower effort. I've worked with plenty of handsome guys, and we always initially do some sort of audit on their dating profile. And time again, I see the handsome guys just doing the mirror pictures, covering up half their face, doing the selfies. And yeah, in theory, that might sound good because since you have the face card, you don't have to put in a lot of results. But actually, there was a video, I think it was by Playing with Fire. So somebody on YouTube created a video where they tested the low effort Chad pictures versus the attractive to unattractive Indian guy who really put time into his presentation, got photos done, and guess what? He outperformed the Chad with low effort pictures, the mirror pictures, the selfies. And so my theory is that even if you are attractive, imagine if you actually still tried and put in effort. By the way, the AI pictures count as low effort, brother. I'm gonna keep talking about these AI pictures because they were that bad. They were that bad. But yes, the AI pictures count as low effort. And if you actually try, if we get the portrait shots done, if we even hire a photographer, if we start actually putting in effort to take pictures and remember to take pictures whenever we are out so that we can craft an attractive social media presence, an attractive dating app profile, you're gonna set yourself that much more apart because once again, you are already winning in the genetic lottery. You're already winning. So you might as well try and win even more. Now, in terms of picture selection, I will say at the minimum, one selfie and one mirror picture is fine, right? You can get away with that. But any more than that, we wanna simply avoid and use the other pictures to either demonstrate our status and or show off our looks. So far we've discussed the external factors, number one being not enough exposure, number two being the low effort pictures. Now, before we get into the internal factors, which I believe is the biggest root cause of this problem, let me ask you a question. What do you think all handsome men have in common besides obviously just being attractive? Probably they have good grooming, but definitely they take care of themselves, right? And a part of taking care of yourself is your skincare routine. And that is why I'm excited to announce today's sponsor, Tiege Hanley. Now, Tiege Hanley is something that I personally have been using since 2018. Now, if you don't know what Tiege Hanley is, this is the best skincare system for men because it's easy to use, it's affordable, and best of all, it works. In the world of complicated skincare, there's so many products to choose from. There's so many things you can do, but Tiege Hanley just simplifies that in an all easy to use routine that pretty much every handsome man, including you, should be using. Now, Tiege comes with different levels and different systems. I personally recommend that you start off with the level 2 system. It's gonna come with everything that you need, including a cleanser in which you're gonna use at least twice a day, morning and night. Also the eye serum, which is gonna help with eye bags and dark spots underneath your eyes, just overall enhancing attractiveness even more. And then of course our moisturizers. You're gonna get two. First one being the AM moisturizer, which is gonna be used during the day since it has SPF in it, also protecting your skin from the sun. And then the PM moisturizer, which is gonna be used at night before you go to bed. Now, if you are a guy with acne, they also have an acne-based system that you can choose from. Now, alongside with being easy to use, they make it even easier by including this card in all systems, just in case you forget what to do. They're gonna explain what you should do every morning and night. And since Tiege Hanley is a sponsor of today's video, they are gonna offer you an amazing deal, and that is 40% off your first box alongside with a free gift. Not only that, but you're gonna get 20% off for life. In terms of the free gifts to choose from, I definitely like this silicone body scrubber. I personally use it every single night. It has replaced my loofah, the bath cloths, or some of you guys are using your hands. Definitely be sure to check this gift out. So once again, if you want a skincare system that actually works, I'm gonna leave a link down below in the description to get your first box. And now, back to the video. Now, like I said, internal factors probably are gonna be the biggest reason as to why you're not getting the results with women, even though you are objectively handsome. And just to put this in perspective, I have a story from high school and also sort of in my early adult years that really hit home for me. So I remember in high school, I had a small friend group, but I wasn't really that social. You know, girls always told me I was pretty attractive, especially compared to the people I was around. I went to a really small school. Actually, not a lot of black people were in the school either, so I kind of stood out. But I remember I had this friend, he was objectively less attractive than myself, but he was very social, he was confident, he was funny, he could have been a stand-up comedian, and he made connections with everybody, like everybody knew him. And because of that, I noticed when we were at our high school graduation, everybody wanted pictures with him. Hey bro, like come get his picture, or it's signed the yearbook, like everybody wanted his attention. And myself, I was a little envious of him because I honestly wanted that attention, and I thought that just being attractive would help out with that. But truth is, because of my lack of social skills and lack of confidence, that's the reason why I really didn't have that amount of social connection, including with women. You know, and that's the biggest thing, is that he had a lot better success and results with women because of that. Sure, I had some successes here or there, but this guy, he was blowing me out the water even though he was less attractive than me. And that's when I came to the conclusion that even if you are attractive, if you don't have the social skills and confidence to go alongside with that, the truth is it's almost a waste. It really is. Now, not only that, but in my early adult life, this was 3-4 years ago, I was at a club and I was with another friend of mine. Actually, I just met him that night. And we had this section, we were standing up, they brought some girls to the section too. And me and him was actually eyeing the same girl. We were talking about her, but she was kind of looking at me and giving me choosing signals. And I should have approached her and spoke with her, given that she was so close in the environment, but I wasn't really confident in myself. But guess what my friend did? My friend, who was actually really less unattractive than myself, he was borderline overweight, pushing it, not that attractive in the face. Guess who she went home with that night? Him instead of me. You know why? Once again, the social skills and confidence. He was able to get up and talk to her, had her laughing the whole entire night while I'm just kind of standing there with my drink, thinking about, oh man, I should have made a move, or I bet she thinks I'm more attractive than him. Having these negative thought patterns because I didn't have the confidence and social skills to actually get what I want. So with me saying that, what I realized is that you need to have an ego. You know that you are attractive, you know that you are handsome, and so you have to act like it. And that comes with having a degree of an ego, but also not having an ego in terms of, oh, she needs to come to me, or she ain't talking to me, I'm not gonna talk to her. No. You need to have the balls to actually get up, have the confidence. The ego sort of fuels the confidence, and then from there you have the social skills to make a connection, build rapport, and speak with people. Because I'm telling you, especially in real life environments, maybe online it's a little bit different, but especially in real life, if you are handsome and you don't make the move, a lot of the chances and women and overall, you're just gonna miss out on. You really are. Now you might be thinking, oh, what should I say? Or I have a lack of social skills, I'm not that charismatic. Guess what? It doesn't matter as much, because you have your face card, you have your looks to carry you. The guy who was a 5'4", 3 out of 10, yeah, you better be studying up on social skills, charisma, learning the best rapport building techniques and all these cringe PUA tactics. Yeah, you better be doing that. But if you are attractive, all you literally have to do is just make that connection. That's it. And then, as long as you're able to somewhat hold a conversation and you're not like completely autistic, no offense to my autistic people, but like as long as you're able to just speak, shit is just gonna play out in itself, but it's gonna be on you to make that connection. That really comes from having the social skills and confidence overall. Like I said, I've been there. I've been in many situations where I just didn't have the confidence or social skills, and the less attractive guy end up beating me. Now, the next internal factor I really want to talk about is from the fact that handsome guys tend to have naturally higher standards, which always isn't a bad thing, but if you don't have that much experience with women, we do have to work our way up. There is sort of a ladder to it. I remember when I was in high school, people always asked me why I was single, like, oh, so-and-so liked you, this girl liked you. And in my head, I was like, I deserve like a Kim Kardashian. If I'm so handsome, then I only want the bad bitch. Like, I don't want these 5, 6 out of 10s. But little did I realize and understand that I had no right at that point in time to deserve that. Outside of just because I was attractive, because people told me I was handsome. No, I had to work my way up. And in 2019, I really had this discovery, because at the time I was sort of diving and dating women who I really wasn't that excited about, but I grew to like over time. And best believe I had crazy and amazing sexual experiences. But not only that, like as time went on and as my game got better and as my confidence got better, I naturally started attracting higher quality women. It was like a level up. And now in 2025, looking back at the women who I'd been with in 2019 or even before that, I kind of look at them and be like, oh no, I wouldn't even look twice at these women. Truly, I would not. But that came with just leveling up and having my standards increase over time. You know, I actually have a pretty attractive guy in my coaching program, Digital Romeo. And, you know, he is a guy who does have those high standards. And I told him, if you do have these high standards, just do realize it's gonna come with less volume. If we're only swiping and trying to talk to the 9s and 10s, it's going to be pretty difficult. You know, maybe we should start off with the 7s at a minimum, like people you're kind of attracted to, just not super hot over, and then we can work our way up to the baddies. Now, also remember, if you lead with your looks, which most handsome guys do, meaning you lead with your sex appeal, your image, your physique, your face card, remember that you will attract women 1 to 2 points below your looks level unless you have some sort of contextual status or lead with resources. If you lead with your looks, you're gonna attract women who don't look as good as you. The baddies, the 9s and 10s, it usually takes a little bit more than looks to just get those. It takes really good conversation. It takes some sort of contextual status and or even knowing them through a mutual friend, even meeting them in a particular environment to where it's only exclusive to particular people. I'm talking about like top of the line. Like that baddie Instagram model with 3 million followers, you're not gonna see her at the clubs. You might not see her on dating apps. Like you only meet that woman through high status circles, and that takes just elevating yourself to a certain degree and level. So do remember that if we are leading with our looks and not resources, likely you will attract women beneath that looks threshold. So take a look at the external factors we talked about along with the internal factors. Find the 2 things that you're struggling with most and work on them relentlessly. And I promise you, as a handsome guy, you're gonna start getting a lot better results with women. Don't forget to check out Teach Hanley. I'm gonna leave a link down below, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video.